My name is Loretta Hibbs, and I'm the president of City Dream Center. City Dream Center exists to help the most vulnerable in our community. Our goal is to bridge the gap between homelessness, addiction, and poverty to self-sustainability. So we work with those in prison, both federal and provincial prison, and also with those in recovery, coming out of prison, going into recovery, and then being reintegrated back into society. We also work with the young, vulnerable children and families in our community, landed immigrants and refugees that have come into our community. We work very closely with them also to help them to readjust back into society. Our operations pre-COVID, we were able to go into federal and provincial prisons and do our courses, our boundaries, and our parenting course. This has been recognized by the courts in our parenting course to be able to help families or people that maybe have not got their kids in life to at least get supervised visitation with their families. We've also run a adopt school program where in Surrey there's 32 inner city schools alone. We've been able to get 14 of those schools adopted by a church organization. So we were able to provide June and August and Christmas hampers for the most vulnerable families who are really needing support. At Christmas, we were able to give gifts to kids. We were able to give about 2,900 gifts to kids in need in our community. And also we run a dental program called SurreyCares Dental. We're able to give free dental to some of the inner city schools and also to families in need and seniors in our community. And that's been really a great program. So hampers provide meals for families for 7 days, a family of 5. We usually do hampers at the end of June because our families are feeling the stress of not having regular meals for their kids in the summer. And so that just helps alleviate some of the stress that they feel. And then in August, we repeat that, and then at Christmas, we do again another round of hampers. And that's pre-COVID. A lot of things have changed since COVID has happened with City Dream Center and with our community. We've been able to help many more people through this pandemic because the need has been so great, and it's something that we have seen that has just been incredible through this pandemic. Things changed drastically for our organization in March when everything started to shut down. We found that so many families were feeling so anxious about what things may look like in the future. I know even for myself, I was feeling that way, and I couldn't imagine how the families were feeling when their cupboards are empty and now they're losing their jobs and now they don't have regular food coming. The anxiety and the what they were feeling was huge. And so we started, actually our first food distribution started April 1st. We did 1,000 hampers into the community, which is 2,000 bags of food. And that was 84,000 meals that we put into the community for a family of 5 for 7 days. And we started doing that every 3 weeks because we found that the need was so big. The schools were shut down, so the kids weren't getting their regular meals in the day. The school board was contacting us saying, how can you help? And so we started running this program every 3 weeks, and in the summer we did it every 2 weeks. And we're grateful for SurreyCares Community Foundation and the Emergency Community Support Fund because they actually did our first round in August. They gave us funding to be able to do 92,000 meals actually into the community. And now we've just received a second round from them, being able to do 42,000 meals, which is 400 hampers into the community in this next few weeks. And we're so grateful for that. But we also had to stop our programming for the prisons and for recovery. We're actually now having to do some of it by Zoom. Some of it we do in-house, social distancing, but now we're recording our courses to be able to take them into prison so that they can run them in there with the staff that's already in there. So that's a huge change for City Dream Center, but it's been a really positive one too. I just want to thank SurreyCares Community Foundation and Emergency Community Support Fund for your support. You have no idea the difference that you're making for City Dream Center and the families in our community. I also want to thank our sponsors, our supporters, our donors, those that have volunteers, hundreds of volunteers that have volunteered through this pandemic. We couldn't have done it without you. And I just want to say a huge thank you for your support, for all that you've done, and we're just so, so grateful for all of you that have partnered together. We've made a huge difference in our community. I'm looking forward to 2021 of again impacting our community and supporting those most vulnerable in around us and helping them see hope again for the future.